Hi friends, welcome to episode 140 of the Quirky Monday Craftcast. My name is Kalisha and you can find me anywhere online as Nadira Tani. Thank you so much for coming to spend some time with me today. As usual, I'm coming to you from my home in Central Florida. And if you are new, welcome. I hope you find something that you enjoy here. And if you're new, leave a comment to tell me that you're here so I can say hi. Otherwise, hi. And then to all of my returning friends, welcome back for another week of chatty calliness. I think we have a short episode today. I think. We'll see. I say stuff like that and then it turns out to not be true. Okie dokie, so let's start out with some admin. We have our customary bright spots. And bright spots are positive moments or good things that happened to you in the previous week, whenever actually. But I ask you guys to share comments in the comment section of the videos of your positive moments and your bright spots, and then I pick a couple of them to share on the next episode. So today we have two bright spots. The first one is from Cat Crochet, and Cat Crochet said, bright spot. My sister visited me last weekend and we went on hikes, painted little rocks to lay out for strangers to find, had lots of yummy food and good talks and laughs. It was the best weekend in months. That sounds really awesome. I'm actually going on a hike today. And I say hike in quotes because whenever I think hike, I think like rugged terrain. Really, I'm going on a walk through the woods with Lamar. Anyway, we're going to go on a walk through the woods. We're going to take the dogs with us. I'm really excited. I have been really feeling like getting back out into the woods lately. I'm a little bit of a tree hugger, grass walker, stick your feet in the dirt kind of girl, if you didn't know. So, yeah. So thank you so much, Kat, for sharing that bright spot. And I'm glad that you had a good time with your sister. Our next bright spot comes from Kelly C. And Kelly says, my bright spot for the week is that my mom, out of the blue, bought me a yarn winder as I've been hand winding up my leftover yarns for a few years, which tended to hurt my hands. I wasn't expecting anything, but I've been using it now ever since Monday. My sister's boyfriend likes to say it doesn't have to be a special day or occasion to get something for someone. You can get someone something as an I appreciate you / thinking of you gift. We've been quoting his saying a lot. So I planned on making her something to give her out of the blue. That's so sweet. I love giving out of the blue gifts. Like, you know, the 5 love languages thing, and like one of the love languages is receiving gifts, I think. Yeah, one of the love languages is receiving gifts, but I feel like the way that I show my love is like giving gifts. I don't know which love language that goes under. According to their little test or whatever, my love language is quality time, I think. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about. But I love giving random gifts to my friends and loved ones, especially if I see something that really reminds me of them. I'll grab it. And most of the time they're like random little trinkets from like the Dollar Tree or the thrift store or something. And I'll see it and just be like, oh my gosh, this screams such and such. And it just gives me so much joy to give it to them. So I hope that the thing that you make for your mom will give you that much joy when you give it to her as well. So those, friends, are our bright spots of the episode. If you would like to share a bright spot, definitely do that in the comment section. And to all of you guys watching, go in the comment section, read everybody's bright spots, like the bright spots that we all are sharing and stuff down there, and like comment, spread that joy and happiness around in the comment section. I don't have any other pressing admin. We are still in the midst of the Pisces season make along, and I have gotten some prize donations, which I'm super excited about. Excuse me. So let's jump into finished objects. I have 2 finished objects today. The first one is a pair of socks. Y'all, my subject verb agreement was about to be all jacked up in that sentence. It's okay. I handled it. I English. So yes, these are my funny fish socks, and they're called funny fish because these were a test knit for an afterthought heel that was designed by Heather of Bunnyfish Crafts. This afterthought heel is specifically designed with people with high insteps in mind. So a lot of times when you do an afterthought heel, there's a lot of tightness that comes across this part of the sock. But the way that this afterthought heel is constructed, it gives you a lot of extra space, which is really great. I still haven't exactly figured out if I actually have a high instep. Not entirely sure, but I like how these socks fit. So it's a win-win. This sock pattern is available now. I think she released it like a couple days ago. But the reason that they're called my funny fish socks is because this was the plan. Okay. This nice little striping situation. You know, I don't have very many striping socks, so I wanted to do that. And then I was just like, nah, I'm not doing that again. So, this is the second sock. You know, intentions. What is it? Expectations and reality. Yeah. This was not happening again. But, yeah. They're done. I love them. They make me laugh every time I look at them. They are so ridiculous. But, oh my goodness, like I am just matching. All the matching everywhere. This makes me very happy. What else can I say about these? I did 60 stitches on a 2.75 millimeter needle. Of course, the afterthought heel and everything. The yarn that I used, the blue yarns, were part of the Canadian Crocheter. Yes, the Canadian Crocheter Advent Calendar that I was gifted. Thank you so much. And yeah, the black is just, I think this is Deborah Norville Serenity Sock. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So there we go. They just make me laugh. Oh my gosh. These are the most not matching socks that I have ever made. And I'm okay with that. I left my little mermaid tail Parter's Keeper on here to remind myself which one was the second sock, because can't tell them apart at all. They're identical. Okay, I'll stop. But yeah, if these are going to be my entry into the Pisces season make along. Did I ever finish that sentence about the Pisces season make along? I don't think I did. We're in the midst of the Pisces season make along, and it's going until March 19th, 20th, roundabout there. And that is my yearly make-along celebrating all things Piscean and delightful and dreamy and watery and awesome. So for that make-along, you can create anything using the colors blue and green, or having a marine theme or pattern, a Pisces theme or pattern. All manner of making are allowed. So, yes. You can enter on Instagram by using hashtag Pisces Season MAL. And I know for the last 2 episodes I have been saying that there is a thread on Ravelry. The thread is not up yet. I have not done it. I am a slacker, but I will get it up there. Yeah, so Pisces season. These are my Pisces funny fish socks. And now, those socks took up a bit of my time because I wanted to get them finished for the test knit. But all of the rest of your girl's crafty time was put into this next project. I didn't think that it was going to get finished so fast, but here we are. And this project is my Pisces season cardigan. Let me get her together because, baby, oh my gosh. I am in love with it. Look, you can see the glow. You can see the glow coming up, the Pisces glow. Here she is. Yes, boo. Yes. You better. It's so good. So this cardigan is a self-drafted V-neck drop shoulder crochet cardigan. My original plan was to have it just be open front, but as I kept working on it, I realized that it probably needed buttons to accentuate the V-neck situation. So, also, it was originally going to have pockets, but I made a pocket and the pocket did not make me feel good on the inside. So, no pockets. This was my first time doing a crochet button band situation, so I kind of had to make that up as I went along, which is totally fine. I feel like I still want pockets, but that's only because I am a put your pockets in your hands. Put your hands in your pockets kind of girl. But here it is. I love it so much. It is not Florida friendly at all. Let me tell you. Right now, like y'all saw, I just put this on. I'm already about to pass out. Like, this is not going to see the outside. This is for inside use only and air conditioning when it is like air conditioning winter. Like, I'm going to have to hurry up and take this off. But this yarn is Red Heart. It's tangled. It's not tangled. It's trapped. This yarn is Red Heart Roll With It Tweed in the marine colorway. I used 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. 5? Yeah. I used 5 balls of yarn for this sweater. So the arms were each a ball of yarn so that I could match them up as close as possible. And you can see like the colorway, like the color progression isn't exactly the same, but it's close enough that it makes me feel okay. And I did I did the same thing with the fronts, where I matched up the color as close as possible so that, you know, it wasn't so different. And then the back is almost entire, like the back used one full ball of yarn and a little bit into the next ball of yarn. And then the button band was pretty much the leftovers from all of these different pieces. And I just went through the leftover balls and used the lightest portion of all the balls. And this is what I have left. This is all I have left. So those two, this ball is still attached. Is it still attached? Yeah, it's still attached to the pocket, and it's about the same size as this one. And then there's this little nugget left over. So I'll probably end up making like some sort of crochet beanie or something like that out of it, just to use up the rest of this. I mentioned last week that I went and bought more of this. Hold on. Oh my gosh. The sun just started shining on me a little bit more. And now I'm just like, oh, my Lanta. Okay. Oh, Lordy. Yes, this sweater is not Florida friendly, but I love it nonetheless. I'll just have to wear a tank top under it because I am proud of this piece. Anyway, last week I mentioned that I bought 6 more balls of this yarn in this colorway, so that I could just have it in my collection to make something else with, because it brought me so much joy just to work with. Yeah, I don't remember the last time that I was so excited to just be using a particular color of yarn. Like this yarn, when I tell you, is my happy color. Yes, that is all. Yes. So let me show you this pocket situation. So this was the original plan. To have like a kangaroo kind of patch pocket go on there, and then, you know, it's sew it all around, and then you'd have like this kind of thing. But I just didn't like how the color looked. Maybe if I redo it and pull the lighter section from one of my other balls of yarn, it'll be better. But for the time being, I'm okay with it not having pockets. Clearly, I'm not going to be wearing this a whole lot of places because it's what is this month? March? It's March in Florida, so summer. So I'm not going to be needing to wear this and put stuff in pockets. But I love this so much. So much happy. So much. And that's basically the end of the episode, friends. I'm lying. But that cardigan was pretty much all I worked on this entire last week. Pretty much. I knit like that much on my Grinchy eye socks, so they don't look any different. And I did start last night. I started my mom's crochet hat to go with her mittens. And when I say I started it, I think I have 2 rows. Yeah, I have 2 rows of the pattern. So this is the pattern I'm using. It's just a simple shell, and then there are front post double crochets, like columns going down between the shells. I am just kind of making this up as I go along. I got this pattern out of my Japanese stitches book, Japanese knitting and crochet stitches. And this is what the pattern looks like. It's that one. So that's the one that I will be using for this hat. I haven't thought so far as to how I'm going to do the crown decreases or anything. The only thing I know for sure is that the brim of the hat I want to knit. So I have this much yarn left, so I will definitely need to buy another ball of yarn to finish this project. I don't know why I always do myself like this, where I'm just like, oh, I'm going to make a such and such to use up the rest of the yarn. Starts making the such and such, only to discover that she needs more yarn to finish the such and such. So I will end up with more yarn. It's fine. So yeah, this is currently living in this tiny little bowl. Ta-da, work in progress. Yeah. That's everything for works in progress. I've had like the feeling of wanting to start new projects, but I don't really know what I want to start. Even when I was writing my show notes and I got to the section for maker plans, I don't have any, like none of the patterns that I have do I really want to start right now. So I'm just kind of like, we'll see where the creative energy manifests itself. 'Cause yeah. What is next? Stash acquisitions. I have 2. So one I can show you. The second one I'm gonna have to get up and do some finagling to show you. So the first one is actually a skein of yarn that I got from Akira of the Knitting Annihilator podcast. She is currently doing a D-stash. I don't know if she has skeins still available, but she is knitting_annihilator_ on Instagram, and she has a link to her D-stash page. I want to say it's KAD stash, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But yes, I got this skein of yarn from Miss Akira. It is Dream Color Smooshy sock yarn in the color Cool Fire, and it is 100% superfine Australian merino. Cool. Superwash. So that's actually looking pretty good, like color wise. But in the picture I thought it was going to be more pink, but then when I pulled it out of the bag, I actually like that it's more red. So that's a testament, friends. Colors on your screen will differ from colors for your eyeballs. But yeah, so I got this from her. Part of me wants to cake this up and make something with it now, but like I said, I don't know what I want to do next, so I'm probably just going to keep this one visible. Who knows? Who knows? But that is my only yarny stash acquisition. Now let me grab the other one without knocking over the world. Don't knock over the world. Don't knock over the world. Doo-doo-doo-doo. So, uh-oh. Is it stuck? Okay. one of the things that I have enjoyed doing over this last year has been discovering artists, like new to me artists, specifically new to me Black artists. And if you hear a lot of tip tapping and excitement, Lamar just got home. The girls are very excited about it. He is their favorite. So anyway, and one of my favorite artists that I have discovered over this last year is Pink Lo Mein. Her name is Ashley Price. She's Pink Lo Mein on Instagram, and I have a lot of her things now. She is the artist who did the affirmation deck that I've shared on Instagram a couple times. She also did this piece, and I have something else by her. I have another piece somewhere by her. Anyway, she posted on Instagram that she had these like wall art pieces, gallery canvas wall art pieces for sale in Home Goods. So I was like, oh my gosh, I want one of those. That would be a great birthday present to myself. And couldn't find them anywhere. On Instagram, she's like sharing where other people are finding them. This person found it in Home Goods. This person found them in TJ Maxx. This person found them in one of those other stores that's not Home Goods or TJ Maxx, but it's basically the same store anyway. So I finally was able to get my excited little fingers on one. And here it is. I don't know. Yeah, I don't want the sun to shine through it, so we're going to do it this. Oh, hello? There we go. I love it so much. I don't have anywhere to put it yet, but when a place is available for putting, this will be put. This is kind of like the energy that I want in my life. Like, I want to be more fearless in trying things and doing things and believing in myself. You know, all of that goodness. I need more of this fearlessness. But I love how she uses color. I love how funky her art is. It just makes me very happy on the inside. So, yes. Pink Lo Mein. Nope, that's gonna fall. Okay. That's all I have for stash positions. And lastly, we have Plant Mama Life and Whatnot. And I would like to reintroduce myself. My name is Kalisha, the savior of random plants. Because, okay, so whenever you kind of like start watching a specific type of video on YouTube is like, oh, bet, here's some more. Here, watch this. This is great. So right now, all of my recommendations are plant videos. Currently, plant hauls where people are buying a lot of plants and showing them off or whatever like that. So one of the people that I have started watching is this girl named Svetlana, and she is Firefly in the Room. First of all, her sense of humor is hilarious. She makes me laugh a lot, and I really enjoy people that make me laugh. That's what I want to do. I want to laugh, you know. One of the things that she does a lot, and I don't know, must be a regional thing, but she rescues plants. And by rescue, I mean she finds plants that people have just put outside, like, I don't want this plant anymore. Puts it outside. Svetlana comes along like, oh my gosh, look at this poor little plant that needs a home. And she takes it home. And then she like saves it from death, right? And I think it's because I've been watching a lot of her videos where she has done this, that now I'm just like, I want to save the plants too. So the other day I was in Lowe's. It was probably Lowe's, because I am currently looking for a string of turtles very unsuccessfully. Everybody else in the world is finding string of turtles, not me. And the one that is being found in Lowe's is like $12 for a big pot of string of turtles. And I know that there is a plant shop nearish to me, like a smaller plant shop that has 2-inch pots of string of turtles for $9. And I just can't justify that, right? Especially since I feel like if there's only this much of the plant, I am way closer to killing it than if it's already flourishing. Like, right? Anyway, so I was in Lowe's looking for string of turtles. Can't find it. Very sad. And I saw this golden goddess, philodendron golden goddess. And this thing looked so sad, pitiful, full of water, like damaged leaves, sadness abound. And I looked at it and I said, Also, a thing that pushed me over the cliff of buying this plant and trying to rehab it was the fact that it was on clearance for $4. And these plants were regularly being sold for, I think it was $20, because they came in like a pot, a fancy pot. So fancy pot, philodendron, golden goddess, regularly $20, on clearance for $4. I was like, for $4, if I kill you, it's not that bad. I have a pot, but we don't want to kill you. I took, dang, you are just as wet as can be. So here she is. Okay. She looks very worse for the wear. She actually looks better on camera than she does in real life, believe it or not. I originally just took her out of the pot, like the cover pot that she was in, and just left her in the plastic container. I took her out of the plastic container to look at her roots to make sure that, they weren't completely rotted, and her roots look good. So there is hope. So I left her in the plastic container, and I've had this for almost a week now, and she just stayed soaking wet. So I last night transplanted her into this terracotta. Now, remind me to come back to circle back to the terracotta situation we talked about last week. We had answers. Anyway, I put her in terracotta because terracotta is porous and it will allow the extra moisture to evaporate out of the soil. This girl, so juicy that this whole pot is wet right now. It feels like it was sitting out in the sprinklers. And yeah, in the little drain thing, the little puddle. Like, homie, you need to dry out. But yeah, so I have her chilling in here, hoping to get her soil dry enough to rehab her. But there is hope. She has, I guess this is technically a leaf coming out, but it's browning at the tip, so I don't have a whole lot of hope in that one. This is a leaf unfurling. I saw another one earlier. Oh, you can't see it, but where'd it go? I lost it. Right in that little crevice, right there is another leaf coming out, and then there's some other ones poking up. So there is life. We just have to make sure that as she dries out. So I think what I'm going to do is put her out on the front porch so that she can get that sun. The sun can help dry out her soil so that we can start from, you know, a good place. But yeah, I kind of love the idea of taking this plant that is rough and rehabbing it to a happy little golden goddess, right? So, circling back to the terracotta situation from last week. Last week, I showed you guys a pot that was leaking this brown oil-looking fluid. Completely disgusted me. I actually repotted that plant right after I finished filming the podcast, because originally I was just going to be like, okay, I'm going to deeply water it and try to kind of rinse out, like see if I can get all of that to flush out of there. I could not. So I was just, not even going to play with this. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's going to kill my plant. I would like this plant not to die. So I just repotted it. Turns out that terracotta, as it ages, if it's a very old pot, the clay will actually break down, which is most likely what that brown tint was that I was seeing, was the pot breaking down. And that particular pot, I'm pretty sure I had that pot either when I first moved here to Florida, which I've been here for about 7 years now, or when I lived in Huntsville. So it's either 7 years old or older. And so that made sense. So I repotted the plant that was in there, and it's actually this one. Yeah. And I feel like this guy is much happier now. It probably isn't. It probably is the same amount of happy, but I am much more happy knowing that its pot is not squeezing out brown juice. But this is my philodendron burl marks, and this was actually given to me by one of my friends. I actually showed this when I first got it on an episode last year, and yeah, when I first got it, it was 2 leaves, and actually when I first got it, it was this leaf and this leaf, and all of these are new. So hey boos, y'all are doing great. Keep up the good work. So, along the same lines of Kalisha, the savior of random plants, I have another rescue. Fingers crossed that this rescue actually works. Crossing all of the fingers. The only time that you guys have seen this plant was when I first got it, because that was the only time this plant looked good. It went downhill and has just been kind of hanging out on the side of the hill, not doing anything, and I don't know what to do to make it happy. So, this is my Paliya Peperomioides. Oh, I just did that. Yes, boo, better say that word. Anyway, I don't know. What can be said that best describes the status of this plant? She just stopped growing. You know, typically these plants, when they're happy, they like push out little babies, like they're lush and just leaves just up, looking like UFOs, aliens, delightful things like that. This, none of that. Not happy. So, I took it out of the pot. I looked at its roots. They were like non-existent. So I shaved it. I don't know if I should have done it, but I did it. So, yeah. Is that a new root? No, it's not. So I basically went through and pinched out all of the like old roots, and they were just falling off. Like, homie has been looking like this for months. And why has homie been looking like this for months? Because she ain't had no roots. Her roots dead. And she just holding on, hoping one day maybe she will take me out of this soil and look so she can help me. She was silently crying out. Homie, I need you to be more vocal, okay? She's probably like, this droopiness is not vocal enough, ma'am. So I removed all of her dead roots. I put her in this water. We are sending her good energy. Mother Nature, shine your light down on this baby. So we're hoping that this is not her last hurrah. But should it be her last hurrah, this is the only baby that she ever gave me. Matter of fact, this baby was in the pot when I first got her. So she didn't technically give me this baby. It came with her. So yeah. I'm hoping that baby Paliya holds on, because the baby has also not been growing. But then it's also technically winter. I don't know how being in Florida changes that. So send good vibes to the Paliya mama and Paliya baby. She's also living in this really cute like beaker situation that I found at a thrift store. Isn't it cute? Ooh. So yeah, that's her. Clearly, we have a lot of plants that are currently in the planty ICU, but at the same time, we have a lot of plants that are happy. The moss pole that I made for my Monstera Adansonii, they're having a great time. They're enjoying life. You can't see her. Let's see. Yes, my Monstera Deliciosa is looking really droopy. I'm not entirely sure. I might be underwatering her. Not sure, but we're not. We're just going to leave it because she has put out an entire new leaf and she's working on another new leaf. So I'm going to let you finish. Let's see. Anybody else over there would like a moment in the sun? No? Okay. The next thing that I wanted to tell you guys about in plant mama life and whatnot is so last year, I found these two planters. I think it was last year. Yes, it was last year. I found these two planters and they're like face planters. So of course, if there's a face on the planter, the plant that you put in it, you want it to be like hair, right? So originally I wanted my string of pearls to grow long enough to become the hair for one of these planters. Unfortunately, my string of pearls decided that she no longer wanted to live in this world. We laid her to rest earlier this week, I believe. No, Sunday. We laid her to rest last Sunday. It was a sad day. Rest well, Pearl. Okay. I had to close the window because it's about rainbow time and the sun comes directly through this window. And there is an entire curtain across this window and it's still like completely blown out. Anyway, and sorry for the sniffles. Pollen is everywhere. So I bought these two face planters and I wanted my string of pearls to be the hair. Pearl did not want to participate in living. So instead, I found these two plants. And they are not houseplants, or I don't think so. So this is my first
face planter. Wait, face planter. She's got the little green afro, which brings me a lot of joy. This plant I think is called golden moss, and it is really, really pretty. I randomly saw it at Walmart and thought, I think it was like $3. So I was like, oh, that would be kind of cute, little afro situation. And then as it grows, maybe it'll drape down. I don't know. And it's seems to be kind of an easy care plant. So, which is good because this is ceramic. So it's not going to let any water evaporate or nothing. But this planter does have a drainage hole, so there is hope that I will not drown this plant with my somewhat heavy-handed watering. The other plant that I have in a face planter is this one. And this plant is called Creeping Jenny. And what I've read about this, it's actually a ground cover, but is somewhat invasive. The websites that I was reading about this plant, some of them are like, yo, that plant is really invasive. Do not plant it in the ground if you want anything else to be seen. Other ones have it saying like, put it in a container and let it drape over, which is what I'm going for with this one. And yeah, it's very, very prolific with the rooting. So basically along this vine, everywhere that there's a leaf is a node, and it will just throw out roots. Like this plant is like, you ain't killing me today. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about how this is going to look in the future. And one thing that I am very happy about when I was researching this plant, because I saw it, one of the things that like a lot of plant people will say is buy a plant that is good for the space that you have, don't buy it because of how it looks. I bought this because of how it looks, and then I started reading about it, and I just kind of lucked out because this particular plant likes to be in damp, marshy kind of soil, like to stay damp like that, which is perfect in this planter because it does not have a drainage hole and it's ceramic, so it'll keep water in there very long. So what I did, I filled maybe this high up with rocks inside, and then, you know, this much is the soil and the root system and everything of this plant. So hopefully this works out. I'm excited about this one's hairstyle. She got a bang. Yes, little mullet action. But yes, I'm excited about them because now they have hair. They are no longer bald. And I think it's funny that they both have neon green hair. I don't know. So yeah, that is the most exciting thing going on in Kalisha land when it comes to the plants. You've seen everything when it comes to the crafts. And yeah, so that's everything for this week. I'm going to go put on shoes so that Lamar and I can go traipsing through the woods together. Yay! Yeah. So thank you so much for coming to hang out with me today. I hope you had a wonderful day, a wonderful week. Have a good weekend. Leave a comment down below of something positive that happened to you so that we can share in that positivity, read each other's comments, comment back on them, have conversations. Like I always say that I want the comment section of my videos to be a place where you can go whenever you need like that positive pick-me-up. Yes. There. So yeah, thank you so much for being a part of my universe. Bye, friends. One of these days we're going to make it actually to the woods. They're like, oh my gosh, so many smells. We are at Wekiva Springs Park. And this guy has never been here.
Isn't that crazy?
Say that again.
So I've been to the same springs, but just at a different park. The spring goes through out this area of Florida, and it's pretty big and long. So there's different parks along it. So I grew up going to another park called Kelly Park. That's not too far from here. But I've never actually been to this particular park.
We're gonna go over that way.
Okay.
They are so excited. So this is the trail that I went down for my 30th birthday, and I got stuck in the rain. We're about to enter the Jurassic Park area, I think. The first time I was walking through, and I kept imagining velociraptors jumping up from that area over there, like they do in the movie. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I know you're talking to me.
I'm talking to you. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Needless to say, I like freaked myself out.
I expected something to jump out.
Yeah. Doesn't it look like that? Like that area is like prime for jumpy outy stuff.
Did you see it?
Yes. Oh, keep it. But it's really pretty. And even the fact that right there, like, I don't know, what would you say, 5 yards that way is the street. And here, Jurassic Park.
This is old Florida.
Get out of the bush. Some snatcher, you on your own.
Look at Florida. I'm saying you ever think giant gators?
I don't know if I got that.
You spotted the deer across.
Did you guys see that deer? I was aimed this way, but I don't know if I got it.
I just heard the rustling and stuff.
Look, y'all can't have no rustling up in here. Oh my gosh. That was so cool. Hi. There's two of them.
Just like, what's up?
How cool was that? I don't know why I'm still whispering. Can't disturb the nature.
Something about the deer that live in this park, I'm pretty sure they're so used to being, not necessarily around people directly, but
It's seen.
like they know the people interaction. That's part of why they come out at this time, because the park closes.
Y'all got snacks.
when we lived in Alabama, we used to go to Lake Gunnersville, and all the deer there would come out around this time, but they would come down from the mountain to beg for snacks, and they would walk up to people's cars like it was a petting zoo.
The Salt Lake at one place on the campground, you see like all the deer gathered around the Salt Lake.
Oh, he was tying me up. Come on, girls. Should we turn around and walk back now? So we made it out of the trail. The park is closed. It's so nice when it's just empty.
Did you have a good time, Keeps? Yeah?
Hey, they ain't had no snacks with me.
And then this one, basically, she laid down. Oh,
She said, you talking about me? You tired, Tootie? You used up all your energies? Yeah? How you feel, Kiva?
Kiva's like, I could walk a little longer. She's gonna sleep so hard. So is that one.